Good day. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Here now we have to worry about solving for A, B, C, D, and E, given these two pieces of information on top. The first one up here is missing one piece of information. It is missing the 13. So let's put the 13 in there. So we'll go 12 over 13. And it's alpha, and we have cosine beta equals -4 over 5. First thing we do, let's try out where these guys are. So it says here P alpha is in the 4th quadrant. So let's make our right triangle in the 4th quadrant. And we'll make a little alpha symbol. Oops, we got something done wrong here. Nope, alpha, sorry, my apologies. Alpha's in the 4th quadrant. Here's alpha. Cosine alpha is 12, which is adjacent over hypotenuse. To find the missing side, we would say 13 squared equals 12 squared. Let's call it b squared. That's 169 equals 144 plus b squared. That's 25 equals b squared. So plus or minus 5 is b. In this case, it'd be a -5. The next thing we're going to look for is where beta is. Beta is found in the 2nd quadrant. Oops, make beta a little better. Here we go. And it says cosine beta is -4 over 5. So it's -4 adjacent over hypotenuse. To find this missing side here, we would say 5 squared equals -4 squared plus a squared. So 25 equals 16 plus a squared. 9 is a squared. A equals plus or minus 3. In this case, it's a positive 3. I'm going to circle these so you can see that these are the sides you found. Now, with that in mind, we're going to try to find cosine alpha plus beta using these triangles, and we'll come back to them each time. So we're trying to find, for the first one, sine alpha plus beta, which is the same as saying sine alpha cos beta plus cosine alpha sine beta. So we can find the exact values of these. I didn't find the angles. I didn't find the angle of beta or alpha to plug in this equation and get a decimal. I want exact answers. So sine alpha, I go to my alpha triangle. Sine alpha is opposite over hypotenuse. So that's why I will put in -5 over 13. Beta, I go to my beta triangle. Cosine beta is adjacent over hypotenuse. -4 over 5. Cosine alpha is 12 over 13. Sine beta would be opposite over hypotenuse. Again, look at the denominators. 5 times 13, 13 times 5, they're the same. So we can write down now, 5 times 13 is 65. The numerators would be 20 plus 36, which would be 56 over 65. And that's my exact answer for sine alpha plus beta. Now let's move on to B, where it's asked for cosine alpha minus beta, which is the same as saying cos alpha cos beta plus sine alpha and sine beta. Just like before, we're going to try to find the exact values using our appropriate triangles. So cosine alpha, you scroll all the way back up through our diagrams. Cosine alpha is adjacent over hypotenuse, so that becomes 12 over 13. Cosine beta, adjacent over hypotenuse. And believe it or not, these were the two ones that were given to you in the beginning. Sine alpha, scroll up, sine alpha will be -5 over 13. Sine beta, you go to your beta triangle, it would be 3 over 5. Again, they're the same denominators, so we know it's 65. This times that is negative 48. This times that is negative 15. So this becomes negative 63 over 65. So the next part is to find sine 2 alpha. Now sine 2 alpha is 2 sine alpha cos alpha. So we're going to try to find these two. Now sine alpha we saw earlier was negative 5 over 13 using our triangle, and cosine alpha would be 12 over 13. Multiply all the numerators, you can call this 2 over 1 if you wish, and you would get negative 120 over 169. The next one, D, we'll go back to the triangles again to help you here. D is a double angle 2 tan alpha, which is the same as saying 2 tan alpha all over 1 minus tan squared alpha. If you grow all the way up to the alpha triangle here, tan alpha is opposite over adjacent, so it's negative 5 over 12. So this becomes negative 5 over 12, 1 minus negative 5 over 12 squared. So the top easily becomes negative 10 over 12. The bottom, we'll work it out, it's going to be negative 25 over 144. This is the same as saying negative 10 over 12 divided by, you make this all one common denominator, it will be 119 over 144. Multiply by the reciprocal, which is 144 over 119. Simplify it down, it becomes negative 120 over 119. And our last one is an easier one. E is this cotan squared alpha. Now cotan, if you go to your chart, go to your alpha triangle. We'll scroll up here a little bit slowly here. Cosine alpha. Now we're looking for cotan alpha. Now tan was negative 5 over 12, so cotan is 12 over negative 5. It's its reciprocal of tan. So this becomes 12 over negative 5 all squared, which is 144 over 25.